Buongiorno. Just wait for the people to turn up. Do, do, do. Happy Thursday to everybody. Oh, it started a little earlier today. Someone at work sung Erica and it's now stuck in my head. Do, 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 do. This one. Come on. There we go. Turn the audio off on that. Click the old share button. And send to the boys. Right, let's get on with some Thousand Suns then. Look, I'm using a real palette and everything. Do, 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 do. Hello there, whoever you are. Goodbye, whoever you were. It's a little hard to make these interesting if there's no one to interact with. I'm not just going to sit here and just start rambling on my own. Right, so that should be everything on that one. At least. Pardon me, base coated. Oh, now we're starting to get some people in here, that's good. Hello, random people who have arrived. Some Terminators, check see if they got any. Nope. How's everyone doing this evening? Working on anything fun? I don't even know if anyone can hear me. My microphone could be muted for all I know. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, this pose is uncomfortable. Good evening, Mr. Eglin. Thank you for joining us. Quiet but not music. That's because I have to put the microphone up, otherwise I keep doing that. I'll put it at 45 degrees, hopefully that's better. Hi James, how you doing? Working on some Phoenix Terminators. Nice, nice. I'll be ordering some Phoenix Terminators on payday, hopefully. That's the plan. Some more 3D printed stuff. To do a review on another 3D printing provider. You might paint some towel when the demon sleeps. I've got some bad news for you, Matthew. The demon never sleeps, she just waits. Good. None of these guys have got anything on them that needs touching up like this. So that's excellent. This guy, however, has loads. It's going to be interesting. Because I want to blend this from skin all the way up to black. Matthew, the delay is about 5 to 10 seconds, if I remember correctly. So James, how do you paint your Emperor's Children? What sort of purple do you use? Your Phoenix Terminator order, Emperor's Children are converted. It's going to be for my Emperor's Children. Yeah, I'm just getting 5 of them. They'll be put into a Land Raider. Yeah, because the plan is to do 2 large Assault Marine squads. The Praetor with jump pack will have a command squad with jump packs, and then what was it? It was going to be Terminators in a Land Raider, and there was going to be a Dreadnought. I can't remember if it was a Contemptor or something else. And it might have been a Xiphon. I can't quite remember the army list now. But it's quite a small one. Okay, just cross there. Oh, nice, nice. Metallic Emperor's Children always look good. Yeah, metallic was also how I was thinking of doing mine before I decided to go the Warlock Purple route. I'd like to do some more metallic armies, but other than the Alpha Legion, I'm not sure who it would look good on. But my Alpha Legion will be metallic. I'll be using... The plan is to use some of the Vallejo shifter paints for that. Which I hope looks good. You don't often see people running just regular Terminators for Emperor's Children, which is a bit weird. Like, a lot of their old artwork had them with loads of Cataphractii Terminators, and just so few people reuse them. It's a bit sad. I suppose the easiest way of doing this is actually going to be to glaze the black, not the skin tone. So let's take that a little higher. Higher and higher. And then we have some actual bone to show off. Yeah, I mean, these guys take quite a while to do as well. Just because I've got to do paint, you know, the black. I black prime them, then I gold base coat them. I let that dry, and then I do the 2 coats of red on them. And it's such a pain in the backside to tidy up once they're finished. If I make any mistakes, for example, like here on this guy's arm. I had chipped that, so that's going to need redoing with the red, which I've run out of, which is really annoying. Can't afford to get any more until payday. I know it looks really messy, but there is method to my madness. Yeah, the Phoenix Terminator's definite, or not sorry, Phoenix, Tartarus pattern definitely look more Emperor's Children. You know, a lot more sleek and advanced. They fit the Mark IV aesthetic better. No, I agree. I do hope we get to see a second wave of Praetors and things done with different armour marks. You know, I'd love to see a proper Cataphracti Blood Angels Praetor, or Tartarus Dark Angels one would look really cool. And this is one of the other problems. Once you've painted over this glossy Angron red, it makes other paints really reluctant to cover well. The worst one is the Scale 75 Black, which it almost acts like a crackle paint over this, which is really annoying. End up having to do like 3 or 4 layers just to get it to coat properly, and then I usually give it a coat of a different black anyway, just to really do a good job. Sorry if I sound a bit funny, I'm in a fair whack of pain today, and it's just got worse when I got back. Any more bear heads? No, good. Do. I'm going to miss these old Stone Guard combi weapons. And by miss, I mean reorder from China. Hey, Spooky, how you doing, buddy? Well, all the Terminators are going to look small compared to the new ones, so what do you expect? Grab yourself some plasticard and put 1 millimeter under each foot, and then put some under the waist as well. Also, if you put some in between the arms, you can make them look really big. Yeah, James, I don't know if we will get the first captain. Forge World generally seem to prefer their own characters over a lot of things. They like creating new characters, which is a bit annoying. Hey, Goodyear, how you doing, buddy? Do. So, you just woke up now cleaning bits so I can have some more breaches. Yay, breaches. Breaches are good. I don't think we're going to get plastic breaches anytime soon. Oh, I missed a purity seal. How did I miss the one on the foot? Huh. Oh, I'm as blind as a bat. Let's go really slowly over the whole thing and make sure I haven't missed any others. No, I'm pretty confident that's all of them now. Okay. Check out my profile and go and see what colour I do purity seals. Because it's been a while since I've finished one of these models. It's been a very long while since I've finished one of these, apparently. A very, very long time. Oh my god. Not going to show any. Nope. Silver. Okay, that's good. I'm surprised there wasn't a Forge World OC Donut Steel character rules for Hereticus Emperor's Children, but it probably wouldn't have been that great like the rest of those rules. They were a bit of a letdown, weren't they? You know, if you're going to make crazy Astartes hopped up on people drugs, do them right. So we don't know what's going on with there, so all we can do is bitch on the internet. As is tradition. Suppose I should talk about the new Heresy Thursday, because, you know, it is Thursday and all that. There is a reason I'm doing Emperor's Children today. Yeah, I know, I really like the new Emperor's Children model they showed off today. It looks really good. Don't know what else I can really say about it, you know. Pretty sure. Are grenades green or are they... They're black? Been a while since I've painted anything with grenades on it. That's why you should always have some sort of army Bible with you, so it shows off the colour scheme of whatever you're working on. So you don't have to go back 119 weeks to find a model with a piece of equipment you need the colour for. Rules as written, you can't take apothecaries and a few other things with Hereticus Emperor's Children. It's in dire need of an FAQ. It's a better phrasing. As the game in whole needs an FAQ. Keep paints separated by project now. Yeah, that's generally a good idea as well. Because I forget. Yeah, yes, I do that as well. I always forget which shade of a certain colour I use for things. Which is why I've started, when I do them, taking photos of the layer with the colour next to it. But I don't always remember to do it. And I certainly don't do it if I'm streaming. And annoyingly, all the paints I need for a certain project have dried out. Morning from over the pond, working on a night myself. Hi Daisy, how you doing, buddy? I have never built a night. I will eventually, I'm sure. That's become loose and needs re-gluing. Great. I think I'm going to skip a lot of this. I'll do this guy. Do that guy later. He's not in a position to have the silver done in him. See, I keep banging the camera with this bloody microphone. This is why I stopped using it like that. What's my camera setup? It's my phone. It literally is. It's a angle poise, like arm, with a light that's attached to it, and then my phone, and it's sat. If this is me, sat at my desk. It's sat like here, right next to my face, and that's why I'm like constantly painting here to keep it in focus for you guys, when all I want to do is be painting it about here. So it's a bit of a pain. You hope to win that Warhammer World Trip. I'm not even aware of any Warhammer World Trip being up for grabs. Enjoy going into an industrial estate in Nottingham. I'm sure it's nice for, like, I don't know. It's a nice trip. The museum's really nice. They got like a whole museum with a load of like really iconic pieces, like Mike McVeigh's Horus versus the Emperor duel is there, and it's really nice to actually see that. And then they've got loads of old Golden Demon winner models in like a cabinet, which is really cool to see. And then all these massive battle scenes. But at the end of the day, it's a big gaming hall with a GW stuffed on the side. That's 90% of it. But yeah, go for the museum. Make sure you spend a lot of time in there looking at all the intricate details of everything. Bugman's is okay, I suppose. They could run a competition I'd be excited for, and that'd be one if, hey, win this competition and get a tour around the actual studio and the factory. That'd be cool. I'm not going to leave that middle bit silver. I'm going to go over it with a transparent blue or turquoise. So yeah, that Heresy Thursday, we started on that and I never finished. Yeah, so a Thousand Suns Librarian console. It's interesting that that's what they decided to go for. I 100% like the model. It's just a bit of a weird choice. Like, why not go for call it a Praetor? Why is it called a Librarian? Okay, fine, not a problem with that. It looks great, it's painted really well. The bear head's kind of boring, but it's just a bear head, so it's fine. My only concern with the model itself is the... I've not put any decals. Why am I chipping when I've not put any decals on them? No, bando, no. God, I'm an idiot. Okay, no more of that then. Yeah, the only concern with that is... I've lost my train of thought completely because I'm just thinking about how stupid I am. Oh, the cloak. Yeah, the cloak, the way it connects to his elbows. It means that basically if you want to give him different arms or anything, that backpack is a no-go. I'd love to go to Warhammer World, but I need more of a reason than going to Nottingham. Yeah, exactly. I went up there the last time with, well, Mr. Eglin himself, who's in the chat. But we were going up north to pack up his place of living because he was moving, and it was along the way, so we stopped in there on the way back, and it was fine. But yeah, travelling about 4 hours or so just to go to Warhammer World is a bit much. But it's definitely worth going at least once, just for the museum. They do a thing where you can go in and there's this huge battle. I think it's Chaos versus Space Marines, and it's this massive table, and it's like there's a big ravine in the middle, and all of one side's coming over it, and then there's like a hive city kind of table thing they put in the middle, and they hide all 4 of the plastic assassin models on there, and you've got to find all 4. And if you're the first person who's found all 4 that day, and you tell them where they are, tell the staff where they are, then you win. I don't know if you win an assassin or if you win all 4 assassins, but it's quite cool. Hello, Bandy. First time catching a stream. Hi, Will. How you doing? What am I painting today? I'm painting some Thousand Suns. The Red Gobbo this week. There's 20 prizes up for grabs if you solve all the clues. You could win a VIP trip to Warhammer World. And you've got all the clues using AI. Well, that's cheeky. That's very cheeky, but well done. Yeah, so just to let you know, if I was actually painting where I want to be painting, this is what you'd see. This is all you'd see for the entire stream. Because I'm currently looking at my phone, so I can't now actually see where the model is, or if I positioned it so I'm sat. No, I can't even paint straight. I feel like one of those doctors that does surgery with a robot. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, Daddy does not like. Yeah. No thanks. I mean, I guess we'll see how much I want that Land Raider and Rhino combo next year. If you are on Facebook, go and look up a group called I think it's just Warhammer Loot Sharing. Let me see if I can find it. Facebook. Yeah, so it's the 40k Warhammer and General Wargames Trip Loot Sharing Group. Basically, this is a bunch of guys who, when they go to events, or they go to Warhammer World, or anything like that, they will pick up copies of limited edition models, or anything like that for people. Generally, all you do is you pay for the cost of the model, obviously, and then the cost of shipping it. And all they're doing is just picking it up for you. So it's definitely worth joining that group if you're after stuff. So things like those tanks from Warhammer World, that's definitely something they would pick up. You know, there'll be a lot of guys there who live close to Nottingham. They regularly, going up there, they're grabbing things like the Tartarus Praetor for people and posting them off. Now they're a good bunch of guys. I can't think if I've got anything through them recently. Sorry, I meant bando. I'm watching on my phone, and the phone keyboard is very easy to fat finger. Don't worry, we've all got those. Yeah. AI is well on Warhammer Army List and Deep Lore. Okay. I think I might give these Grey Knights my Deimos Rhino, which is still on sprue. It was for my Ultramarines, but they've got a lot. Add some bits from the Paladin's box to make it more Grey Knights. I'll check them out, thanks. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, because of course they'd have better Rhinos than, just normal Space Marines. If anyone's going to have access to Deimos Rhinos and Contempt to Dreadnoughts and stuff, it would be the Grey Knights. Absolutely. Yeah, I really hope the Grey Knights get a nice, good release this edition. Unfortunately, there's two armies that I want to have updates this edition in 40k, but I don't want to have updates, and that's the Grey Knights and the Dark Eldar. Both could really do with updated models, new models, and some really cool rule updates. The problem is that both of them are still reasonably priced factions, and by getting an update, that just means all their prices are going to go up. You can find packs of Dark Elder for £18. I don't want Dark Elder Cabalite Warriors to shoot up to 35 quid a box. Sorry, I'm just crunching down a Rennie because as an adult in my 30s I'm dying of heartburn. Bring out an upscaled Brother Captain Stern. Brother Captain Stern is actually one of my favourite models to paint. And it was one of the few models I've painted on commission. But yeah, I mean, even just like exactly the same pose, like no difference whatsoever to Stern in any other way. Like literally keep him 100% same, just increase size by about 15%. If anyone's going to have the Deimos kit, it's the chapter supplied by Deimos. Yes, exactly. I'm pretty sure Deimos shifted its production to only supporting the Grey Knights. I'm pretty sure Titan has its own forge on there as well. Evening, I've stashed away a large bunch of Dark Eldar for one of those days, and I feel the need to do something different. And yes, they are getting looked into. Yeah, the Dark Eldar is an annoying one. I really wish I'd picked up Gangs of Kimura when it was around. Because you got like 2 boxes of Hellions and a box of Bike Riders for the cost of a box of Bike Riders. Which kind of sucks, you know, because it was just dirty cheap, but no one wanted it. Evening, I've stashed away a large bunch of Dark Eldar for one of those days that I feel different. And yes, they are getting looked into. Don't ask how I know. Well, I'll just assume you work for Games Workshop. It's not exactly difficult. Or someone you know works for Games Workshop. So, you know, whoops. Why does that pick up silver? I didn't eat silver. I need a dark brown and black. Oops. That one onto that one. But yeah, it's one of those armies I'd like to do. I doubt I will get around to doing before they get price hiked into oblivion, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Come on. I've hammered these paints. A little bit of the special sauce. Yeah, Dark Eldar need... They need a big range refresh. Yeah, they need... Honestly, like if I was in charge of doing the Dark Eldar, everything that's in Fine Cast needs to be redone in plastic, obviously. probably what I would do is a plastic Tantalus as their big centerpiece, like super heavy kind of thing, with Vect being the alternate build of that, so he can take it with his own personalized version. And then I would do a new witches kit, Rax, right? White's kit? I can't remember which one. The big, hunky, horrible, like, homunculize creations. I can't remember what they're called. They need to come in like a box of 3, and they need to just get a new kit because they're a little old now. Plastic mandrakes. I actually prefer the old mandrake style. I don't like their kind of ghostly samurai kind of thing. Bikes are fine. Hellions are fine. Plastic Beastmaster. Plastic warp beasts. They need a low level HQ that's not an Archon. They need something that's like a raid leader who can take a bike or a Hellions like hoverboard thing. What else? But yeah, mostly they just need all of their faction moving into plastic. I'd probably replace a lot of the weird and wonderful stuff into a single box set, like unit, like a menagerie unit. And just do that as a multi-part kit, so you can just assemble some random Xenos. What's happened with the Talos? I've not seen the Talos in a while. Oh, right, yep. That's okay. Yeah, the Talos looks fine. God, I hate the new Games Workshop website. It's so bad. It's awful. Yeah, the Combat Patrol's perfect. Just lose the Archon. The Hellions are absolutely fine. The Witches are fine. The Incubi are fine. Drazar's fine. The Raider's fine. The Talos is fine. The Kronos is fine. The Kabalites are fine. The Venom's fine. The Succubus is okay, but she needs to move out of being online only. The Tantalus needs to be plastic. The Racks need redoing because they're garbage. Void Raven's fine. Razorwing's fine. Scourges are fine. The Archon needs a plastic model. And the Homunculus needs a new model. And the fact that you can't buy half their stuff because it's on range rotation is awful. But yeah, if it's a resin model, it needs replacing. But you should be able to, basically, it almost needs to be 3 armies. It needs a list that basically lets you take a Witches army, a Kabalite Warriors army, and a Homunculi Coven army. It's almost like the Homunculi should be their own faction, actually, because they should be just like the Dark Eldar's version of the Adeptus Mechanicus, just filled with weird and wonderful inventions. And by weird and wonderful, I mean truly horrifying body horror that makes you want to put a las gun in your mouth? I don't believe in suicide, but if it turns out the Dark Elder are real and there's a chance I'm getting captured, I'm putting the gun in my mouth because, you know, an eternity of being tortured in hell for being a sinner is preferable to being treated by them. Yeah, fuck the Dark Elder. They have always been one of those armies overlooked, as long as I can remember, really. It's irritating. Yeah, there's lots of them. You know, Games Workshop's got a lot of factions, and, you know, Tau haven't had a substantial release in a while. Orcs have had a smallish one, but they need a serious one. Necrons have been okay. Leagues of Votanifying. Genestealer Cults has had, like, one release. Like, one major release, and that's it, because they're a relatively new army. Dark Eldar have not had any love recently. Regular Eldar need some serious love. There is stuff in the Eldar army that you can purchase right now that is still from, like, 1993. What was it? Where are they? Scroll down. So the Warp Spiders, if I remember, are from 1993. The Fire Drakes, Fire Dragons, they're relatively new. The Swooping Hawks, still have the same wings that their first generation had, because the Swooping Hawks are the second incarnation of the Swooping Hawks. Their wings are from the same sculpt from Rogue Trader. Barahoth, I think it is. Their Phoenix Lord, which I don't know if you can still order him. He might be out of stock. Actually, he might be on range rotation. He's from that long ago. The Viper is from 1993. I remember drawing a picture of the Viper from the cover of the White Dwarf when it was released when I was in primary school in, like, 1993. That's going to be... I think I was in year 10. Where I was about 10. No, I wasn't 10. I was thinking about 6 or 7. It was not. It was a long time ago. It was a very long time ago. The Fire Dragons are the second iteration of the Fire Dragons. They're from the mid to late 90s, if I remember correctly. As is their... But all the Phoenix Lords are the first generation, apart from Jane Zar and Morgan Ra. Eldrad's a newish model. The Falcon is the same model. Funny story, I'm sure I told you this already. When the Falcon came out, they shipped it to America, and the ship... I don't know if the whole ship sank or if it was just the container fell off of it, but the entire stock of the Falcon grav tank that was headed to America didn't make it because it went over the edge and sank. And apparently they were washing up on the shore for a while, which is quite funny. But back in 2nd edition, you had wonderful things like the Eldar being able to take lasguns. That was quite funny. And you had plastic guardians, like push-fit guardians with lasguns. Yeah, shuriken catapults were an upgrade for Guardians. And Yanden, I think it was it a Latok? No, it was a Latok. A Latok was not blue and yellow, it was like a Space Wolf grey and yellow. And Ulthway was yellow and black. Now, Swooping Hawks have definitely had an update. Swooping Hawks. Because there we go. So that's the original. And that's the current one. And as you can see, they do still use the same jump pack. I think they just slightly reposed it when they resculpted or remade the molds. And as you can see, they've got las guns as well. But yeah, same wings. Apart from the Exarch. But they're really cool. Like, I don't think any of these guys get enough love. 40k. Open image, new tab. Rogue Trader. Oh, I need to clean my keyboard out. So that's the current Fire Dragons. These were re-released, I think, around 3rd edition. I'm pretty sure this was around 3rd edition these guys came out. Might be late 2nd edition. And those are the ones we had before in 2nd/Rogue Trader. So very similar, just slightly different. They were an upgrade. It was about the same time that they did the Striking Scorpions. So Striking Scorpions, open image, new tab. So yeah, Striking Scorpions getting redone. Actually, that might be like 4th edition. I think that might be like, that's late 3rd edition, early 4th edition they were redone. Because I have this kit, had this kit. Because they're white metal, a lot of these bits broke off them. And that's the old version. So you can tell the sculpting technology has obviously improved dramatically. And then we have the best, the absolutely amazing Warp Spiders, who have never got a new model. I mean, once you've done this, like, do you really need a new model? Because this is just peak as fuck. This guy's amazing. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to top Warp Spiders. Yeah, I love the warp spiders. Let me find the one picture of the warp spiders that absolutely does it for me. Oh yeah, there it is. Whatever they do, this is just what they need to do for warp spiders. Like, just channel this. That guy that's teleporting is just so cool. Everything about this image is fantastic. And I'm just worried that they're not going to capture the sort of the vibe. I love this piece of artwork. This is just great. And like it's great. You look at them like this, they're really cool, and then you look at them from behind, and the jump field generator is massive, and you know they're just a bit weird looking. But yeah, I know I really like them. I'm hoping we get something that's a bit like this. I'm sure it'll be fine. The new striking scorpions look fine. So yeah. Eldar used to be more elite than Marines in second. Felt correct. Yeah, they were. They were definitely a different army. Shalom, O mighty bando. Mazel tov. What's the word? L'chaim. That's the word I was looking for. The office screen was dumb though. Glad they changed it to bone and black. The yellow and black was cool. The yellow and black was cool. Don't hate. I'd try and say your name, but I can't. I've always liked Eldar. I've tried a few times to do a good army over the years, but could never do them justice. Mostly down to the limitations of the kits and the ideas I had in mind. Yeah. One of my bugbears at the moment is this guy, who unfortunately I dropped and have seriously damaged. As you can see, he got a bit legless. I love this kit. I have 4 or 5 of this guy in varying states of having fallen apart. It needs a redo. It's an older kit now, but it really does need a redo because it needs the legs to be posable and the arms. Once the arms and legs are posable like the Contemptor Dreadnought, this kit would be perfect. So redo this. New legs, new arms. That's all that actually needs redoing in them. And then throw in the Wraith Seer parts. And it'd be perfect. It'd be an absolute perfect kit for me. I love that. The same for the War Walker. I think that needs just posable legs. Like the Sentinel. Other than that, yeah, it's fine. I'll await Black Shield simply to have Marines with las guns. Nothing's stopping you making them, James. Just go for it. You know, they're just bolters. They look like las guns. They're doing new Scorpions, and yet Karandus persists. He'll get a model. Karandus will get his own model. Don't worry. He will. When they release them for 40k, which they will, I'm sure they'll do a big box with Striking Scorpions and Karandus in, like they did with Jane Czar and the Howling Banshees, which are lovely. The new Howling Banshees are great. I do love them. They were chunky fellas. Yep. I think Artel did teleporting warp spiders. I think he did, yeah. Let's have a look at the old Artel double one. I really want his Sanguinius. I just can't justify the shipping price. Those are pretty cool. I'm not a fan of them because they're clearly supposed to be kind of Eldar, but they're not Eldar. It's one of the problems I have with third-party sculpts. That's really cool. The problem with that is as a gaming piece, It's very situational, and it's a bit big, and it's a bit busy. Yeah, they are cool. And like Artel does some fantastic models. The new Dark Reaper masks are not ideal. You mean the Grim Fandangos? Manny, you promised. Grim Fandango is a fantastic game if you haven't played it. I'm going to replay Grim Fandango, I think. I don't remember them actually. Let's have a look at the old Dark Reapers. I don't have a problem with them. They look very similar to their second edition models, or third edition models. I think they're absolutely fine. The only thing I don't like about them is that they come with the little marker for their what you call it, like their shrine, and how that's like, oh, it's an extra model. No, it's not. It's a piece of scenery. Yeah, the Howling Banshees are great. I need to pick some of those up, but at £37.50 they're a little expensive. Yeah, the newer style Scorpions definitely came out around late 3rd edition, early 4th edition. Artel's got a Black Friday sale with 20% off. That's pretty cool. Has anyone seen any good Black Friday deals? The only one I've seen is Wayland. Wayland Games have got some on, I think. It's Wayland or Darksphere, I can't remember. But it's like the only thing they've got in there for the Heresy is the Derrideo Dreadnought for 35 quid. Black Friday tabletops, Heresy. Yeah, Derrideo Dreadnought for £35. Great! 40,000. Anything in one 40,000? Not really. Want some Termagants for £19? Oh, that sucks. They had. I'd noticed in here that they did have one, which was Commander Farsight for 28 quid. But that's gone. That sucks. Oh well. Oh. Manage videos. 3D printer Elgu 40% off. I saw that. Yes, Matt and I were looking at that, I think yesterday. Just the sheer discount on Elgu's website. You can get a Mars 4, I think it is, like a regular 4K Mars 3 or 4, for like £130, £128, I think it was, which is sickening. Like, hey, would you like a 3D printer for the price of the Legion Imperialis starter set? It's yeah, it's a bit filthy. But yeah. Right, that should dried. Has it dried? Not really. I did most of my Black Friday hunting on watches. Oh, that's cool. I've never been able to get on with watches. I always end up taking them off and then losing them. I've lost every single watch I've ever owned. So I'm hoping at no point in my life does anyone buy me a watch as like a family heirloom, because it will have to stay in a box somewhere. My Mini Factory's doing big discounts too. Oh, I'll have to check that out then. Yeah, there's a couple of files I'm after from there. I want to get some big Scorpion models, because this guy is an esoterist, and I want to get some of the summoned demons, and I want them to be like big desert scorpions. Okay, I'll probably keep doing this for another half an hour or so, guys. I went to bed very late last night, so I want to make sure I've cooked and cleaned and everything else I need to do this evening quite early. That's why I started so early. How's that looking? Does that look okay to you guys? Just need to wait for that to dry. My family had a few pocket watches as family heirlooms, but my granddad lost a bunch by getting them caught in a grinder at work. Big oof. At least he didn't get himself caught in the grinder. I feel naked without one. That's how I feel. I've got a 511 Rush messenger bag, like sling bag, and I feel naked if I go outside without that on. It's very weird. It's also the same for like wearing a hoodie or a jacket or something. If I just go out in just a t-shirt, I always feel a bit weird, even in the height of summer. The Howling Banshees have always looked good, even their original sculpt looked nicer in my opinion. The others, all of them, yeah, all three iterations of the Banshees have been good models. Got family stuff to do, so have a good day. See you, Gajira, have a great one, mate. Yeah. Black Fridays, it's not as big a thing over here as it is in America. You get some deals, but nothing major usually. Last year, I think it was, I got I had a big one last year. I bought Age of Darkness, I think it was, from Element. Pretty sure. Yeah, 25th of November. I got Age of Darkness and Eldritch Omens from Element Games. Eldritch Omens was £75 with a 40% discount from normal. And I got a copy of Age of Darkness for £117 with a 36.76% discount. That £117 Age of Darkness box set disappeared from their website very quickly. So I'm pretty sure they cocked that one up. So yeah, for under £200 I got Age of Darkness and Eldritch Omens, which I was very happy with. Right, doesn't look like they're doing any sort of Black Friday stuff this year. Probably because they cocked it up last year. I actually think I then went and bought another one. Did I buy another one? No, I didn't. I think I got another one from somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. I'm a little disappointed they haven't done a Black Friday like sale or anything. I want to do some Lord of the Rings stuff. I do like that. I'll probably pick up something like the Rohan Battle Host to paint, because it's 2 characters, 24 warriors and 6 riders, so that's not too much. I've got a house of girls. They all wanted new phones. The phones being the big scam. Oh yeah, they'll always screw you on some items, won't they? Amazon's really bad. If you keep an eye on Amazon, you can see them up. Like they'll push up the price coming up to November, and then suddenly it will all drop back down to what it used to be. It's very cheeky. But yeah, my phone is a couple of years old, 4 or 5 years old now. It started turning itself off at random and losing connection to everything. But I'm not one of those people that desperately needs a new phone. In fact, this is only my 3rd smartphone. Yeah, it's only my 3rd smartphone. 3 phones in 10 years, that's not too bad. You've got Silver Tower to paint. Oh, you lucky. I've wanted a copy of Silver Tower. I wanted to get the Mistweaver out of it. That's a model I've wanted for ages. But it's just not one I've had a chance to ever pick up. Because I was trying, when Age of Sigmar came out, I wanted to do an AOS army. And I was trying to do the Witch Elves? Yeah, Witch Elves. And I was painting them like turquoise. And then I wanted to get the Mistweaver as a hag or whatever you call it. But I could never find her for cheap, which is really annoying. Yeah. So I may or may not brought Helbrecht for my Templars today. That's cool. He's a good model. I was rocking an iPhone 5 for years and years. It was a perfect size, fit all my phone mounts on my motorbikes. Other equipment just worked perfectly, and then I suspect Apple did a kill switch. Whoops. Yeah, they do, because they're a bunch of cheeky bastards. I have 2 of those models. If you've got a PO box, I can drop it to you. So that's actually something that I was looking at. They're very expensive. So it's something I might do in the future if the channel gets big enough to warrant it. But as is, it would cost me more for a PO box basically than any number of models you guys could send me. However, that being said, I have listened to you and the constant people asking for me to set up a Discord, and that is being done. So a Discord server will be up by hopefully the end of the week. And also, I have started looking into things like Patreon, because people have messaged me about that as well. Which is not something I really wanted to push towards, because I do kind of find it a little sad when you see these smaller creators who are just like, hey, check out my Patreon. I'm like, dude, you have like 35 subscribers, which shouldn't be an issue, but to me it just feels a little desperate, and I don't feel like I personally am in a position to warrant people giving me money. But yeah, it's one of those things you set up, and I don't know, I'm not going to be pushing it, I'm not going to be gating anything behind it, I'm not paywalling anything. Oh, you get videos a week early than everyone. No, you're not, because I basically pick a video to do there and then, and I do it and post it in the same time. Yeah, you guys watch a video from me, and it's the length of the video plus about 20 minutes of editing 20 minutes of upload ago that I did the video itself. All I need to get is a Land Raider Crusader to finish them off. Although a mini marine Crusader squad could be neat, and it has a time capsule. That'd be cool. I have my Land Raider Crusader here, which obviously is no longer going to be a Crusader. So I need to sort out some weapons for it, and then strip it and repaint it for my Iron Hands, so it matches these guys. Oh, just slightly too far over. Yeah, so it'll match these guys. Need to finish these guys too. Yeah, I've got. I might get another one and do them as 2 squads of 5 rather than one big squad of 10. That way I can have 2 Land Raiders in the army. But what I really need for that army is a Thanatar, and then some Domitars as well, or Castellans, whatever. Because Castellans are cool, as are Domitars and Thanatars. I really want to do the Thanatar stood like over the dead body of a World Eater's Contemptor, just like crushing it into the ground. So I've been working on my Blood Angels as well, and I've started basing them. Obviously, yellow through an airbrush over black is going to take a few coats, so I'm going to have to do that. And then when that's done, weathering powders, picking out some bits like this purity seal I've missed, or oath of moment, sorry. And then just finishing the leather on them, and they'll be done. I will yeah, I'm just drawing a line under these guys. I want them done and finished. If I've got to a point with my Blood Angels that if I just keep painting, I'm just going to keep going over and over and over and over and over and just repainting bits. So yeah, I just need to get them done. The plan for them is to pick up a box of the new Assault Marines as well, and I'm going to use the plastic rotor cannon, give them rotor cannons, turn them into Angel's Tears. I don't know what I'm going to use for the helmets for them yet. I may use actual Angel Tears helmet, I'm not sure yet. I might get some heads printed, I'm not sure, but they'll be the next army that gets or next unit that gets added to that army. A couple of Rhinos, and then a Land Raider at some point. So yeah, 3 tanks. There was going to be something else in there, I can't remember what it was though. Obviously not important. Discord, cool, can show off my work to you. Yeah, so that's going to be one of the things that I want to do when it's all set up. Is I'd like to do a stream at the beginning of the week where you guys can post pictures of what you're working on, and you know, we can all just have a look at it. I'd like to have voice chat channels for this stream, the Backlog stream, where you guys can chat and you know, share ideas of what you're working on. And then I'd like to do some more private stuff. You know, if I do end up pushing into Patreon, which is not a priority for me, doing stuff like private streams, kit bashes, member stuff. Yeah, not entirely sure. Next army, Praetorian Guard, got cool Mills of the Queen to be the leader. A cool mini of the Queen to be the leader. Just thinking what tank to use. maybe building something that looks like one of the World War One, like Mark One, Mark Four tanks. That'd be cool. One conversion I've seen that's really cool for Lehman Russ is to turn the tracks around. That could be a really interesting sort of thing you could do to make your tanks look interesting. Praetorians are a nice army. I do miss the Praetorians. I'd love all of the classic second edition Metal Guard models to be available through Games Workshop, but when they do them on made to order, they're so expensive. They need to be cheaper than the plastic ones. It really is a no-brainer. They should be £30 for 20 of them, or just do 25 for 10. But they need to be under £30 a squad. Like they need to be priced for what they are nowadays, not what they're comparable to in the plastic range. If GW went, hey, here's 10 Valhallans, sergeant, special weapon, heavy weapon, like they used to, for £20, £25, I would very much consider buying squads of them and continuing my Valhallan army. If they did the Talons, I'd love to do a Talon army. I love the Talon Desert Raiders. I don't find any third-party version of them that I like. None of them have the same feel that the old-school metals do. They don't even have to cast them in metal anymore. They could cast them in resin and it'd be even cheaper. I'd love that. I really would. Oh, I'm just thinking if they did that, if they were priced properly. Oh man. If Games Workshop's models were priced more affordably, they'd be dangerous. They really would. Could you imagine if they licensed them out? Here's the old sculpts, the old metal models. We'll sell them on license. We get a percentage cut of, what we sell. And then, the person who's creating them obviously has to sign an agreement to keep a certain level of quality. Oh, I'd buy so many Talon Desert Raider guys. I would buy so many of them. So many of their Rough Riders. So many of their Forge World models. I'd buy so many Lehman Russes. I would do the biggest tank army. Or like Armoured Fist army. Steel Legion as well. Steel Legion models. Oh, I'd be all over Steel Legion as well. There is like an untapped market there for Games Workshop. It's the only problem with using glazed medium is it just takes forever to dry. This guy really doesn't look like a Thousand Sun. Oh well. Oh. I purchased most of my Desert Guard from the KG back in the day. Right, yep. Yeah, that was one of the best perks for working for Games Workshop, was ordering by weight. Unfortunately, it was something that was got rid of just before I started. So, nice way of dating yourself there, Norfolk. Yeah, we used to used to get orders coming in, and quite regularly, like the regulars would help unpack orders for the store. And I remember one day we got one through, and it was all the mail orders for people, and it used to come in on Veterans Night, so we were handing them out to the people who'd ordered them, and then one came through for a member of staff. And I went to pick it up and I nearly blew my kidneys out the back of my body. You know, it was like, it was, I mean, it must have been probably 20 or 30 pounds of models, like in weight. And I was like, what the hell have you ordered? And it was all like Chaos Demon models. It was just hundreds of like pink and blue horrors and bloodletters. The one Diaz demonettes, I think, were in there by just, you know, literally like 30, 40 of them. And it had cost him almost nothing. That was the worst part. It was so cheap. You could still order by kg later on, but it was only in the HQ. So, oh, you cheeky bastard! Yeah, I never went up to HQ. The only interaction I ever had with HQ was after I left, and they hadn't paid me. And I was like, "Hi, yeah, I'm waiting on my paycheck, and nothing's come through." Oh, okay, I'll look into it, says the lady, and then I get a phone call back a couple of days later. She's like, "I've sorted it for you, and because it's taken a month for it to come through, I've just paid you as if you'd worked that month as well." I was like, "Get in!" So I got double the amount of money, which was great because I was a dirty student at the time, and I was so broke. And it landed at the same time as my like half yearly rent was due, and I just basically paid off my rent. I was like, "This is fantastic." Yeah, it didn't last. And I know it stopped because basically a lot of staff members were buying stuff in bulk and then just dropping it straight on eBay, which was very cheeky. I need this one. Is what I want. Ruh-roh, Raggy, we got a blockage. This will do. Bloop. Little bit of transparent blue. This Vallejo transparent blue is great. I love it. And it's what I use for all my Night Lords. They'll need some love soon. I need to build like another 4 models, and then I will be able to prime and start painting my next Night Lord squad and Terminator and other bits. Yeah. Hey Bando, how are you doing? Finally catch a stream again. Hey Sion, how you doing, pal? I'm okay. Just in a large amount of pain this evening, which is becoming a regular occurrence, unfortunately. Oh, let's try and get that actually in. But glad you could make it, pal. GW shop had me shot by me horde of old stuff in the back room, paints and stuff. people looking for the out of stock thing. That's nice. I remember after Betrayal at Calf and Burning of Prospero went out of stock, I was in my local GW, just randomly buying. I went in to buy a paint, and I saw they had a copy of Prospero, and I was like, "Oh, hey, would you look at that? Yeah, it's you haven't sent that back to headquarters. How much is that? I'll take it." I nearly took the guy's hand off. Yeah, if I'd known how big Heresy was going to become part of my life, I would have bought a copy of Calf like every month for a year. Yes, hindsight obviously is 2020, which is a bit annoying. Right. I'm fine with that. So, what do you guys want to see from this channel? Because I'm quite happy with covering the news and doing these painting streams, but I want to do more. And I want to do stuff that involves you guys, because the interaction between you guys is what is fun for me. So I know Valrak does his streams where he gets guys to post up pictures of their stuff, and gives them feedback. Is that something you guys would want to see? Do you value my feedback enough for wanting that? I know I've also had people ask me to do the detailing the Heresy stuff again, which I'm happy to start doing. I've got some of those Mark III Marines, so I can do that. So as soon as I finish these Blood Angels, I'll start working on that. But would you guys be interested in like kit bashing streams where I help people with any ideas they've got, what they can do to build models? I did think about doing almost like competitions where I give you guys a like a theme, like, hey, go and kit bash Garviel Loken, but you can't use the Loken model. You have to make Garviel Loken, but your own model, and you're not allowed to use parts from more than, say, 3 models. And then I comment on them, just on the models, not the painting or anything, just the models themselves. And I'll pick a winner. And I don't know if there'd be a prize. Maybe it'll just be a Discord prize or something. A whole stream where Bando roasts all of his subscribers' models. Spooky, your models are crap. All I'm seeing is bad Grey Knights here. That's it. I'll just dress up like Gordon Ramsay. I'm sure I can find a chef's hat somewhere. Yeah, something like the thing Varric does would be nice. That'd be cool. Okay. Feedback would be cool. Not many people do. You need that Discord. Well, I don't know if you heard, Daisy. It's being worked on. It's actually something that we were doing today. When technically I was supposed to be working, but it was being set up. The roles and everything are being configured. and the channels are all being set up. So keep an eye on the community posts, because as soon as I'm happy that it's all done and I'm ready with it, you guys will know. It won't be this weekend. I'm off to Derby to go and see my uncle, who's unwell this weekend. So yeah. But I have no work on Monday or Tuesday, so I may do something then to catch up. So we'll see. So yeah, feedback stuff. I'm happy to do that. I'd love to do that because I love seeing other people's models, and I love being a snappy little bitch. So what we'd probably do, maybe a Monday or a Tuesday stream where you just post your models into the Discord channel, and I take a look at them and offer some constructive criticism, feedback, where ideas for how to make the balance of the model better, how to work on the themes. If you guys want feedback on the painting, we can do that as well, but I'm, as many of you have said, only an average painter. Just any feedback in general is good. That's why I like feedback from you guys as well. If you think my models are awful, I want you to tell me. I'd much rather people were, accurate with their feedback and just being like, why is this so bad? Why have you done it this way? Why is Araman wearing his Jeffrey Epstein nipple tassels? I need to find a base for this guy as well. I've used the dead Marine from his base for something else, so I need to build him a base. But yeah, I can give honest feedback. That's not a problem. We'll say maybe three pictures per post, and I'll open it up for I don't know. We'll do shorter streams for that, maybe an hour and a half. And something else that's been kind of thrown around is private tutorial painting things for people. I'm happy to do that as well. I don't know if I'm good enough to warrant offering that sort of thing, but if people are asking me about that, then there's obviously someone who wants it. I don't know. Like I said, I've been looking at this whole Patreon bullshit. So if there is something you guys want from me, feel free. I'll take suggestions. Do you have the flight list to Araman's Vineyard? I can't release that, but I can tell you that Gygor Fellhanded appears on that list 36 times. Bando, before you go, should I make an ancient out of my Empress champion or just have 2 in my army? Which Empress champion model is it? If it's an older one, I would say keep it as it is. If it's the newer plastic Primaris one, then I say go for making it your ancient, because that would look really cool. I just thought is it Breath's Revenge, where he's driving that sword into the orc, would look really cool if you replace the sword with the banner and he's just skewering the orc down into the ground with the banner. Take that and then add all the battle acne, give him the Mark V helmet and turn him into, I've forgotten his name from Hell's Reach. I can't remember his name now. It's going to really bug me. I can't think of any of their names off the top of my head now. Primus is the only one I can remember. It's not Asterath. It's not Beath. The guy in Mark V armor who carried his bloody banner. Oh, that would look really cool. I'm going to have to have a look at that. I'm going to have to go and find that model for cheap somewhere oriental. IP theft. Catalogue. Black Templars. Where are the back Templars? Where are the back Templars? Yeah, Primaris will do. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. That is not a Primaris Marine, that's Stormcast. God, these prices are fantastic, and this is why they will always win. I love Hell's Reach. It's one of my favourite videos. I'd like to see your army set up sometime. It will happen. It's going to happen, don't worry. Eventually. At some point. Why can't I find this bloody... Who was with Grimaldus at Hell's Reach? His Cenobite servitors. Wrong! Very wrong. Do. No, I can't find it. That's really annoying me now. I'm going to rewatch Hell's Reach now, though, just because, you know. Yeah. The normal converted one. Yeah, go for it. Go for making it your herald. I think it would look really, really good. Yeah, so story. I want to do full like shots of my armies. I just need some space, and at the moment I don't have the space to show them off in their entirety, unfortunately. Once my housemate moves out, the plan is that I can use my, which was my dining room table, which is now his work desk, to actually show off all the models, and I'll get my terrain all out, and I can set up some good scenes and actually photograph things properly. Artarian, there we go. Artarian, what a name. Oh, goodbye, brother. You know, if he hadn't turned around to say goodbye to Grimaldus, he might have actually survived that fight. Okay, I'm just saying. You know, my partner just gave me a glass case, now full. Can look at them. I want to get some more display cases, so that is my plan as well, to buy 3 of the big IKEA ones, but it's for when my housemate moves out and I've got some space to put things. Once that's all done, I intend to do a video where I basically walk you guys around the workshop and show you all the models that are displayed, you know, and everything else, because I think you guys would be really interested to see that and just see what unbridled addiction looks like. I need help. Please help me. I need to go to Warhammer Rehab. You'll never take me alive, copper! Nah. So yeah, I want to get that done, and hopefully I can get a lot of these models finished. Get them into the display case, because that's the problem. I've run out of like display space now. So when they're finished, they're just going into KR cases and disappearing. Which is fine, you know. Keeps them safe, keeps them protected. But it would be nice to be able to get them onto display and actually out so people can see them. You know, all the hundreds of people that come into my flat. Actually, I have a plan for a video next week. I have dug out a load of old carry cases, and I think it'd be fun to just do a video of going through them and seeing what's actually in them, because I haven't opened half of them. They might all be completely empty. They might have some, you know, really interesting models in them. it will be a little time capsule. But that'll be quite a short video, I think. Yeah, so thank you very much for coming along, guys. I really appreciate everyone who's here, all the comments you put through. As always, you know, don't forget you can use my Element Game code, is it JAM37 something or other? JAM737 at the checkout to double your reward points. What do points mean? Prizes! Please continue to watch my videos. I beg of you. I desperately crave your attention. Remember, I am the cheaper knockoff who is also unfunny version of the Outer Circle. The only point of this channel is to farm clicks and views through clickbait, apparently. Seriously, some of the comments I've got on my last couple of videos have been great. Every time I get one that's flagged up as like inappropriate, I'm like, approve. I want that out in the public. I think they're hilarious. You would have to work really hard to put a comment out that would really offend me. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I would always appreciate all of you. I'm sorry that it's dropping off for some of you guys who've just got here. I did try to do this a bit earlier so people could see it. No stream tomorrow, unfortunately. Like I said, I'm travelling for like super early on Saturday, so I can't do much on Friday evening. Blah 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 blah, and more stuff. I'm sure there's more stuff I'm supposed to say to you guys. Like, subscribe. I hate saying that. Yeah, thanks, guys. Your support is fantastic. All right, peace out. The British Outer Circle. Oh